Well, hey everybody, it's Rip One Outdoors. Yep, we fixing to take another little ride, and believe it or not, the temperature, I checked it a while ago, is 88 degrees. I can handle 88 all day long. So yeah, we had a little gully washer come through here yesterday and give us a little break from the temperature, but you can see, well, I'll ride out through there in a minute, but all the grass was dying, and even the trees were dying. And so the rain we got, it must have been about an inch of rain, I guess. So I tell you what, it was welcome, y'all. It sure was welcome. We're fixing to take a little lunch break ride, and we're going to use the Magicycle LX4, and we're going to go to, let's see, we're going to go to Subway and pick up a Subway sandwich. And I'll tell y'all about that in a few minutes. And we might, you never know when you tag along with old Rip One where we'll wind up at. I got my old saggy bag back here, the old West backing. I mean, it's better than not having a bag, okay? But it looks about like a saggy bag. I tell you, a sad sack is what it looks like. That's a sad sack if I ever seen one. All right, let's go. The bike turned on. Getting a YouTube notification there that Southern E-Biking read my comment. All right. Get my mirror set here. It just feels so good, y'all, that we're going to be able to get out and go riding on our lunch break. I can tell you right now. Let's see, the Magicycle LX 4.0. I only have one battery. I'm just using the rear battery. I didn't even bother in putting the frame battery in. You know, it's so convenient to use either one of the batteries that you want, or both of them if you want. Yeah, it feels good this afternoon. I tell you right now, it does. Yeah, with the rain, we had a little blow come through here, and I was out early this morning before daylight riding. I rode over to Walmart. I guess that's something y'all never see. There's one of them blue beer cans. I tell you what, we got a minute. Let's just run over on the highway here. But yeah, we got a little blow, and it blowed a few limbs down. That's what I was doing early this morning. I was out on the bike throwing some of them old limbs out the road. So we hope everybody's healthy, happy, and well. Yeah, this is the first day that I've been able to make a lunchtime ride. In a long time, I can tell you. It's been a long time. It's been almost a month since I've been able to make a lunchtime ride. There's not too much traffic here today. Let's take a little ride up the road here. We're cruising along pedal assist 3. About 21.3 miles per hour. Look at that pretty blue sky. Ain't that pretty? I commented on Southern E-Biking's video where he changed a pedal out or something on his bicycle there, and I tell you, that's the main thing that crossed my eye was somewhere middle of the video there. He was, it was such a beautiful blue sky. Them GoPros, they love that blue sky now. If I'm just gonna try to make if I can get back across the highway over there, I'll just show y'all the front of the Loves. All right, nothing's coming behind me. So I'm gonna pull right over here in the neutral zone. Neutral zone. I know they wouldn't want me coming any further, so I'm gonna pull right up on top of the hill here. Yeah, check it out, y'all. Have they got some action going on here or what? They're putting the walls up on the building there. It didn't take them steel erectors long to, and there's a gas tanks right there and diesel tanks right there. Man, they've got some stuff. This stuff that I'm riding on here is actually crushed concrete. They tear down old buildings and stuff like that, or anything concrete. And they got a crusher down there in New Orleans, down there on the Industrial Canal, and that's where most of that comes from. All right, we're back on our old cruise here. Ease down the highway here and get down here about the bridge. We'll maybe cross the bridge and we'll get cross back over on the other side. What's happening here? Somebody loading up a horse there, it looks like, or either bringing another one. Looks to me like they'd try to feed the ones they got there instead of bringing more in. So anyway, we're going to Subway, pick up a sandwich, because one of my viewers, well, yeah, one of my viewers had bought one of the Bandit 4Runners. That's Mr. Ron Bauer over there in, I believe it's Newberry, Florida, where he's at. And he told me he had a little slipcover seat that he had ordered, was going to put on it, and I said, well, okay. I don't like none of the stock seats. That's the first thing I rip off the bike. But I had a couple of Bikeroo seats there. I had one, and then I had a couple more that was given to me by some other viewers, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, I had one, and I asked this man if he wouldn't mind, I would send him a saddle. And he said he would take it. And I said, okay. And I got his address and I sent it to him. And I'll use that to say this, that if there's anybody else that's running the stock seat and you would like a little bit better than what you got there, I still got another one. If y'all would send me, hey, just let me know. Just email me and let me know. And I'll be glad to send this saddle to you. But anyway, I didn't ask him for anything in return. That rattling y'all hearing, that's my water bottle, my Timu water bottle rattling around in the little cage. This bike doesn't have a water bottle cage on it. So I just zip tied one of my water bottle holders to the little basket down there. So yeah, that's what that is, rattling. Yeah, look at that blue sky, y'all. It feels so good. I tell you what, I rode over this morning. I rode 12 miles this morning. I went over to Walmart, went up to the airport, went down the J.M. Stockstill Road. It was so pretty. And it felt so good. It was in the 70s, low 70s at that. I think if we can just hang on, y'all, for a little while longer, maybe a few more weeks, we might start getting some reprieve from this heat. Well, I see somebody walking up here. Wonder what's going on there. Well, let's see what's going on there. How you doing? Good. Well, y'all know who that girl was. She was the one that tried to steal the three-wheel bicycle there at the house. Y'all remember that? Some of you newcomers won't, but I know some of you will. Yeah. So she's out and rambling around. And to tell you the truth, she ain't got no business rambling around. Maybe she'll turn around and ramble back towards Picayune. I certainly don't want her back over by the house. Not if she's gonna steal something. I talked to Billy Wayne the other day. I probably didn't tell y'all this. I talked to Billy Wayne and I asked him about the turkeys. I didn't tell y'all, but I'm gonna just show y'all. I know I showed y'all this last Sunday or whatever. I know I showed y'all how dry it is. But look, the old pit. This old pit drying up. There's the old boat. The Minna is sitting out on the bank over there. It's a good time for Billy Wayne to get it with his tractor if he wants to drag it out of there again. That's what he said he was going to do, drag it out and let the county come and get it. Boy, these big old fish took off down there. So anyway, I asked Billy Wayne about the turkeys. The reason I asked him about the turkeys is because I was out there in the shed one day on my lunch break. It's been about a week ago. And I come out of the shed and I heard a racket, leaves rustling down there towards the pond. And I looked and there was a flock of about 15, 16 turkeys, and a lot of them was little ones. It's the same ones. Well, I wonder what's going on here. Somebody's come in here and pushed all this mess back. Maybe that's the county. This is, there's the gates to, that's the gates to what we used to refer to as the old pumpkin patch. They had like they bring pumpkins in there and on Halloween, and they'd have pumpkins. Yeah. Ooh. There's a big old tree that fell. That's probably what happened. That tree fell. That's a big one there. That thing fell, and that's what they did. They pushed it off out there in them woods, I guess. Goodness, that's a big tree. But anyway, getting back to the turkeys, my train of thought loses track, jumps track sometimes. But Billy Wayne told me that I asked him where them turkeys come from, because I know he told me, he said he had some put in there one time. Well, I thought he was having them put in there by the Game and Fish Commission. But he said no, he said he raised them turkeys from in his chicken yard there at his house. And they grew to be a pretty good sized flock. So hopefully they'll raise. You know, I mean, it just basically wasn't any turkeys around here. Either the hunters or the coyotes and what have you got them. Of course, Billy Wayne's a hunter himself, but he's not fool with them. He's just trying to raise them. So that was pretty nice to look down towards the pond and there was a flock of turkeys. I don't think I ever remember having turkeys come on the land there at the house. This little old bike's still getting on down the road here, y'all. Sorry about the rattling. I know y'all can hear that. That's just my water bottle. Really, I mean, I drank some before I left, but really ain't even thirsty, so may not even need none on this ride. Yeah, I'm curious now to where that girl's going. She ain't got much business going over around them houses, I can tell you. Yeah, we're going to get Mr. Ron Bauer's Subway sandwich. We ordered it, actually ordered a couple of them. And thank you, Ron, but you didn't have to do that. I don't do things expecting things in return. That old flagpole there needs painting. But I ain't gonna paint it. I ain't got a ladder long enough to paint that thing. Oh, we painted a flagpole one time for the Rockin' Tea Ranch up in McNeil. We was up there just knocking around doing some whatnot jobs and stuff, and the lady asked me if I could paint a flagpole. Donald will remember this, because I called Donald to come up there and help me. Hey Lordy, that was interesting. We had, you ever seen these things talking about OSHA violations and all this? If OSHA would have been up there that day, they'd have shut us down. Yeah, me and Donald, we had all kind of rigs, jerry rigs rigged up, so we could get up there and paint this flagpole. We had ladders setting up in the back of a trailer. Let me turn here. Yeah, I painted a flagpole one time. I painted a church steeple. Tell you what, no, that church steeple, that thing gets a little hairy there now. It's according to how tall it is. Yeah, water bottle, I hear you. We'll slow down and take our time through here. I don't want to run over none of these good folks. Well, there's nobody at the bike lock up here, so there you go, y'all. I'm fixing to lock it up and run inside and catch the inside and hit the subway right there. Okay, y'all, we back with you again. Got the Subway sandwiches, and we can head it on back now. All right, we had to stop and talk to the Coast Electric man. For the question that I had, he wasn't much help. What's happening is, and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about when I get back down there. Just as you turn on Joe Bennett Road, that power line comes across there, and it kind of comes right down the road for a little ways before you get to Miss Irmer's house there, and it kind of diagonals across the road. Well, I think it was the old boy down the road that got that. The wire hang kind of low anyway, because when I used to pull my camper trailer through there, I used to be worried about my camper trailer hitting the wire. And it was the telephone and Spectrum and all that wire. It wasn't the power line. So I called and so the old boy come through there the other day in that truck, and it kind of shredded the thing that held the two wires together, and it caused the big fat wire to just drop down, and it's hanging down super low now. I can bet you that the UPS trucks and FedEx trucks hit it when they come through there. And I called Coast Electric about it, and I told them, and the little girl told me, she said, if it's not the power lines, it's nothing we're going to do about it. And I said, well, I'm going to tell you right now, it may not be your problem, but here's what's going to happen. When somebody comes through there and hooks that thing, and they jerk that pole down, then it's going to be all of us' problem. And it's going to be Richard's problem, because they're going to knock us out of electricity. So, I just talked to this old boy. He basically said the same thing. But, well, if it sounds like the phone company, you're going to have to call the phone company. I called the phone company, I called the cable company, and I called all that before about something else. And it's just like calling Timbuktu. You can't get nobody. You can't get nobody to give you a straight answer about anything. Yeah, it's good to see the temperatures in the 80s today, y'all. That's like I say, that's like giving me a little Christmas present. I can go out and ride on my lunch break. It feels so good. Now this weekend, me and Mickey and Joy is planning on going to Bay St. Louis. And I can imagine, according to what I'm seeing, it's going to be 103 and 105 Friday and Saturday. So, but early in the morning, probably be in the high 80s. That's what we can expect early in the morning, which is when we're going, early Saturday morning. So hopefully we can get a video made down there, get that back to y'all. That looks like Tiffany. Slow that car down, Tiffany. Jerry, I think that's my cousin. I'll mess with her next time I see her. And tell her I thank you for not running over me. Yeah, Billy Wayne's getting the dove field ready back there. Some of y'all had questioned about the dove field. What was a dove field? That was my buddy Jerry up there in Ohio. I won't hold nothing against you, Jerry, for not knowing what a dove field was, but here's the deal. Dove season opens in a couple weeks. And Billy Wayne took his tractor and got out in yonder and plowed up and planted some millet to attract doves. It's highly unlawful if you go out there and just throw out some cracked corn and some sunflower seeds and bird seed and stuff like that. It's highly unlawful. They'll put you under the jail. So that's what Billy Wayne was doing out there that day. He was checking out his dove field. And in a couple of weeks, when dove season opened, he can go out there and for the proper word for it, he can harvest him of some doves with his old shotgun. I'd go over there with him, but I couldn't hit him. I know we got sandwiches in the back and all that, but I tell y'all what, I think I'm gonna go right down here. I want to go see if I can see the turkeys. Just a little ride right down here, see if we can see them out in the open there somewhere. Nope, I don't see them anywhere, but I'm gonna go looking at one more place down here. Nope, I see an old long neck white egret bird or crane or whatever, heron or whatever it is. Easy there, girl. You don't have to go nowhere because of me. What's happening there, Mama? What y'all doing? There's the old bull, look. What about it? Freezer filler right there. Look at there. Yeah, that could fill my freezer there. All right, y'all. I'm gonna just cut y'all off here for now. Well, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna square up with you here. But I am gonna show y'all the drop in power line around there, okay? But anyway, we roll along here. I just go ahead and tell y'all like I usually do. If you decide you want to buy a bike, hey, we got links for bike companies, coupon codes, all in my description there. See anything that you're interested in, we appreciate it, and we make a little bit of commission off of it at no extra cost to you. And in the meantime, if you have any questions about anything, you got my email address. I'll put it right there on the screen. There's the old Edmund Fitzgerald. Y'all put it right there on the screen where y'all can see it. Most of all, hit that like and that subscribe if you haven't already. Been getting a lot of new subscribers here lately. Things is rolling on pretty good. And I tell you what, we'll say goodbye for now. And then I'll reopen the box around there by where the power line is drooping, because I told y'all I'd show y'all where it was. So Rip One Outdoors. We'll catch y'all later. How you doing?
Great.
You getting along good there?
Getting along good.
All righty. Okay, y'all, here's what I was going to show y'all about this cable line. You see that this is pole. Now Coast Electric can say that's none of our doings, but they're trying to span, what is that? That's almost 100 yards from pole to pole. And y'all, that don't work. Look at it. They're trying to span, what they need is a taller pole over yonder beside Miss Irmer's house there. And look at this thing. Y'all see how low this wire is? Let's see, that's 8 foot. So you're looking at it, the wire is at about 10 foot, okay? 90% of these trucks, FedEx and all that comes in here, them tall trucks. So I don't know what they're gonna do about fixing that. Either way, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Rip One's out.